Sup guys, it is Goldsworthy here, you sexy mother bitches. I am going to do another StarCraft 2 commentary on Steps of War. It is going to be the red Terran play here, known as VOX, just shift that across, and who would be spawning in the 7 or 8 o'clock position, somewhere in between there, and Rusty, who is going to be the blue protoss player. This is another game that a friend sent me. Rusty is my friend. I'm just trying to get a few games just off mates, just to commentate them. I don't want to go up start trying to commentate Korean matches, that kind of stuff, where there's APMs of a billion, and I just be like, what the fuck's happening? So I'm going to just keep on doing a few of these matches. Hopefully they're still entertaining to watch, and hopefully I can still get a few subscribers from them. So I'm just going to do these sort of matches just for a little bit, just to get my confidence up, and then I'll try and get into the higher up there profile matches. So let me know what you guys think of my commentary so far, especially audio and visual wise. I could probably make the visuals a higher resolution if you really wanted to. Probably take a bit longer to process up to YouTube and that kind of sort of stuff. But hey, if you want that, I'll do that. But yeah, so we are going to see fairly basic plays so far. So just, we have gas, we have gateways, and over here we have the racks. One thing I absolutely love about higher up profile matches is the fact that there's no need to block off, because it's Diamond League. No one's going to come running into through the gates and that kind of stuff and be cheese. But if you're playing in bronze or silver or everything, I can guarantee you that every match is just cheese. I was playing a match and I had a mate over, and he's like, yeah, it's no need to block off, man, nothing's going to come through. And I'm like, dude, this is Silver League, man, everything comes through. And he's just like, don't do it. So I didn't block off, and of course the moment I didn't block off, about 10 zealots come running in the front gate, and I was just like, oh my god. But there you go. So we are seeing a foot race here between this probe and SCV, who are absolutely gunning it. But yeah, the probe won, kicked his ass. So we are seeing very standard for Protoss or Rusty here, who is going, of course, the 1 gateway, 1 cybernetics core. He is getting, I'm not going to say another early gas. It seems rather early for me to get 2 gas at 19. But we are seeing that double racks for VOX here. He's already got the tech lab on 1, so he is getting that first marauder out. Probably going to get slow sometime soon. Getting that other marine out, I suppose, as soon as he gets some money. Any moment now, I suppose, he's going to get that marine. Otherwise, he's just going to highlight it and not do anything. Make me look like a complete jerk. He is getting slow. He is getting the marine. So maybe an early push. An abnormally early push. We are seeing that second gateway for Rusty and trying to boost that warp gate technology out, which is very standard. So nothing too out of the ordinary. We have that one stalker who's just chilling here. He's just like, hells yeah, I am. So we are going to see a push out here for VOX, who's going to take even 4 or so SCVs off the mineral line as well, and try and make some sort of early push with 2 Marauders, 2 Marines, and 4 SCVs. So this is definitely going to catch Rusty off guard, as he's only got these 2 now stalkers. He does have a sentry on the way to block out that force ramp, but it's not going to be enough, as these guys are going to come up the ramp. Look at these dudes trying to take out that 1 stalker. The stalker is going to get whittled away. Rusty is going to try and pull some probes off the mineral line and try and attack these guys, but it's not going to be enough. 1 sentry getting caught in the middle of it, pulling down 1 for the force field, splitting up the guys, but it's just not going to be enough. There's more reinforcements turn up. He has 1 stalker taking out. All his SCVs are dead now, but these Marauders are going to whip away at this stalker here, who is just going to completely eradicate into these awesome little metal bits, I suppose. He is going to focus fire this 1 pylon, which is going to die. Unfortunately, the placement of the buildings was great, and nothing was his power. More Marauders and 1 more Marine pulling up for reinforcements, and these 3 stalkers just as Warp Gate's finished coming out. He is trying to get this Immortal out, which will secure it, but this 1 stalker will die. The Immortal is going to come out and kill all these guys as they try to focus fire this pylon. Ooh, which they are going to get, which is a big pickup, as these cybernetics core and robo facility is now unpowered. So definitely interesting, as VOX is now going for another 3 racks on top, so 6 racks, which couldn't be any more of a buy ball if you wanted it to be. So interesting to see how Rusty really counters this. Immortals will help against those Marauders, but he really needs to pump out a Colossus somewhere, as he now is just going to try and get power back up to those facilities over here. So yeah, so these racks are just going to be devastating, as I'm sure the income for VOX will be way in front, even though gas is booming for Rusty over here. That's just the power of mules, I suppose, you know, having just one more harvester and just kicking ass in the mineral count. But as far as the units go, you know, 1 Immortal, 1 Stalker to all these Marauders and Marines. It's so interesting if they push out. He is continuing just to make, as you can see by the production tab, continuing to make Marines. He's now getting Stim Pack. But there's just a little handy little bio ball, especially at, you know, almost 9 minutes, pumping out more SCVs. So here he comes. He's going to make another push. This observer is just going to be like, holy shit, when he sees this. Because I don't think Rusty has enough to keep this out, as he's just going to fly across. Will he see it? He's going to see all this and just be like, oh my god. So interesting to see what happens now. We are going to see that pylon just to whopping more guys around the front, but he's going to have to use force fields across. We are going to see those force fields. Those 2 SCVs are going to die. Look at that. Brilliant force fields there by Rusty, blocking off that wall completely, which is nothing he can really do about it, as more reinforcements are going to just steamroll in. This observer is going to see everything that happens down here. He's just chilling there, man. He's just fucking chilling there. He's gonna come make another push up the ramp, but another force field just blocks him off. No way he can get up there. I get a feeling that Rusty is just gonna do this all day. Just keep on force fielding as he's getting more and more units. Those force fields are going to go, so he's probably gonna push up again, but I can only see him just pushing more and more force fields there. As Stimpack is almost going to be done. I can see a push. Once he gets that Stimpack, he's probably going to run straight up there. And Stimpack is now done. Going to make another push up. He's not. He's going to see that observer. He's going to run up another force field, picking off that Marine. But he is going to scan the high ground, so he is going to see everything out there and try and pick it off. Really needs to run back here, Rusty, which he will do. So excellent force field work, as they are going to try and get up, and more force fields going down. Excellent force fields, as he's just being able to pick off those 1 or 2 units at a time. We are seeing this flying barracks over here who will be able to spot the high ground for all these units, which VOX really desperately needs to do, as he's probably just still pumping up the mules and not scans. He is just about to get a scan, but here we go. We are going to see the force fields go down. The barracks is going to run over the top to stop the high ground, but they are going to run back. He's going to pick off that barracks, but the barracks is going to run away. That force field still sitting there nice and easy, picking off units slowly. This is excellent micro from macro, or micro I should say, from both players here. Whopping in some more stalkers. This force field is going to die soon, and everyone's looking at them. They're trying to get up. They're going to run up right now. Are we going to see force fields? Force fields are going to go down, picking off these units. So these guys can't do anything. These guys are just going to deteriorate away. This is great work by Rusty. These force fields are amazing. Just whittling, just cutting these guys in half and being able to take it out. This barracks is going to die, as VOX has no chance at all. He's just going to run right back as he realizes that the force field work here is just great here by Rusty. Both players, as Rusty just tries to get his natural now at the exact same time as VOX. So probably the best time to do it, especially when these guys are all coming back. We are seeing still all these racks. We are seeing that factory come down now. We are seeing the robotics bay for Rusty, trying to get that Colossus out, which he desperately needs, especially when there's just so many racks here. You know, Colossus would just whip through them, man. It would fuck shit up, technically. So we are seeing that pylon there. That is coming in. Great work from both players. I don't know who is slightly ahead in far of units tab. You know, 12 Marauders, but 10 Stalkers. Immortal, it Rusty has done very well to pull this game back, especially after that force field work, man. Being able just to cut that army in half and just pick off the weak units in the front was absolutely brilliant. So he is going to try and warp in more of these sentries. But yeah, great work. This Nexus and this command center is going to finish at the same time. We are seeing a starport from VOX over here. Where is that sexy bitch? There it is. So probably just to get some medivacs, as these guys have all just been drugged out to that stim pack. As this observer is just going to have a great look. He's going to know that the timing of this natural is exactly the same as his, but he is going to make this push out. So he will be able to split the high ground with his observer. What can Rusty do here? He is going to try and take this out, block this out to stop the guys from coming down, which is great work. There's nothing these guys can do. This guy managed just like fucking Luke Skywalker that shit straight through that force field. But this dude is going to die before it can even get healed, which is great pickup for Rusty, who's just going to sit down here and absolutely just demolished any chance of expanding. He is going to push back as he knows he's definitely in the lead now, that his expansion is up and there is nothing here for VOX. He's going to get those shields. We are seeing that medivac, which I said will come out here and try and heal all these mother bitches, but this Colossus is now coming out, which was definitely going to be a huge boost for this army of Rusty's. He is going to probably Corona boost that out as fast as he can. But yeah, as far as income and all that sort of stuff goes, you know, Rusty is pulling it way back now. He's got 35 harvesters to 19, which is just absolutely ridiculous. He must know he's in the lead, which is why he's going to try and take that other expansion, working away at these rocks, just so we can secure this. This observer knows that there's nothing going down here. He knows that VOX is only working off one base, even though he is going to try and continue to pump out all these Marines that he's just got absolutely queued up. But there's nothing he can really do. He really needs to get some Vikings up in the air just to take out this Colossus, who's going to be so devastating. While Rusty's still only going off what is soon going to be 4 racks and is trying to get that other Colossus out. He has still the supply block himself, putting down that pylon. But interesting work here. We are seeing that command center go down, but we will see that by the observer. But we are going to see this push out. 3 medivacs on top of this mass fireball. Need to really focus fire this one Colossus, otherwise the Colossus is just going to sit down. We don't have thermal lances at the moment. We don't know, so he will have that range sort of difficulty, but he is going to probably stim pack up here, and it's just going to be way too much. This Colossus is going to move up and just go nuts. Look at that force field work again, completely blocking off the ramp, and we'll be able to whittle at these guys here. These guys are trying to come around the side, trying to see that high ground because of these Venimax, but that force field work is just way too good for Rusty. Being able just to whittle down that army so easily. This Colossus is barely dead. Look at all those Marines just absolutely burned to shreds. More forces going down, so he can't reach the edge. Well, this Colossus is just going to absolutely demolish all these guys down here. That is great play there by Rusty. These force fields, man, was the winner of all the bloody everything in this game, man. It wasn't for that force field work, Rusty would have been dead like in the first 6 minutes or so. But definitely an interesting game. Rusty did so well to pull that back after that first initial sort of Marine Marauder SCV sort of attack. But yeah, great game, and I'll see you guys in my next video.